Hello everyone and welcome back to another story time. So today we're going further with the story of Moses, and we're just going to talk about Israel meeting God. God sending his presence to Israel. Now they went through the Red Sea, they went out of Egypt, now they're in the wilderness. God wanted them to go there originally to worship him, but now he is using this to set them free, to take them to the promised land. And so they come to this mountain of Zion, and God fills the mountain with his presence. And I mean, it's fierce and scary because there's fire and there's lightning, and it scares Israel. All of them fall to the ground. They're scared. They're asking God not to talk to them. They don't want to talk to God. Moses should go. Let Moses talk to God again. And so God grants this, but the people are not allowed to touch the mountain. Not even animals are allowed because they will die. But God allows Moses to go to him. And Moses goes to God and they talk for 40 days and 40 nights. And this is the first time in the entire Bible and the only time that we see somebody fasting food and water for 40 days and 40 nights. Humanly speaking, that's impossible. You can't go that long without food or water, but he was in God's presence. It sustained him and he could do it. And so he was talking to God face to face, and God gave him the 10 Commandments, and God said, "Go down, for your people are sinning." What? I can just imagine Moses going like, they're sinning? Because they've just been set free from Egypt. They went through the river. They saw the 10 plagues fall on Egypt. God has been their provider. He's done miracles in front of their eyes. Now, what sin did they commit? Why is it so bad? Because they asked Aaron, Moses' brother, the man who God also spoke to, the man who God also used, to build a calf using the gold they got from the Egyptians. So they're using what God gave them to make an idol, to make another god. Remember, God gave them favor in the eyes of the Egyptians when they left so that they can receive gold and money and earrings and all these things to help them settle in their new land. But they're using it to build a golden calf, an idol to worship. Now, why did they do this? Because Moses was gone for 40 days and 40 nights, and they lost faith so quickly. They said he's dead. They don't want God anymore because they can't see him. They want a God they can see and carry with them. That's why they built the calf. Because the Egyptians and all the other people have gods they carry around and can see, but they can't, so they built it. And Moses came down, and when he saw the calf, he was angry, and he threw the tablets down, and it broke. Already Israel is failing, and their story is off to a really rough start. But the calf is broken. God gives them new 10 Commandments. And now the story of the wilderness wandering will start. But we're going to talk about that in the next one. I just have a few things I want to talk to you about now. The mountain of Zion. We don't know exactly where it is, but there's a mountain in that region that was found. And the entire top of that mountain was scorched. It looked like it burned up, and there isn't fire there. It's just rocks, and it's all black on top. That could be Mount Zion or not. But something else that's very interesting is, you see, Israel had cows and calves and so on, and they were farmers with it. They used cows, not sheep. Where they came from, cows, not sheep. But where they were headed, in the land they are now after crossing the Red Sea, these people were farmers with sheep. And near the area where they supposedly were, there were drawings on rocks found with people and cows. And what's great about this is they were the only people who had cows during that time, so it had to be them. This is proof that they went through there because it's all drawings. And something else I want you to know. People doubt God and his existence, but even in Egypt there was a pillar that was found. Now, this was a temple of one of the pharaohs where he wrote everything about his enemies. And one of the pillars said, "This is the land of the nomads of Yahweh." Why is this magnificent? Because Israel, in their wilderness wandering, had the Ark of the Covenant, where God's presence dwelled. They went through the land, through the wilderness, and they continued to move. That means they were nomads. They didn't have a place they lived. They continued to wander around. So Egypt, not the Bible, not Bible scholars, Egyptian. The Pharaoh made this. It's not even from the Bible. it's Egyptian history that shows the truth of the Bible. It shows that God was with Israel in the wilderness and they were traveling around. It's just great to see and know that we serve a living God. But we're going to talk about the wilderness wanderings next time. Why did Israel stay in the wilderness for 40 years? What happened? And what happened during that time? So I hope to see you next week. Have a great day and may God bless you.